Hey, my name's Chad Weiss. We're out here in British Columbia, Canada, and this is my 2007 Harley Davidson Dyna. It's a lowrider, and we're going to do a full review and walkthrough of all the parts and everything that people have hooked me up with. I've destroyed, give an honest review on everything we have on this thing, and give you a little insight to what the Harley stunt game really looks like when you're beating on these things all the time. Okay, well, we'll start from the front here. We'll go top down. We have some Renthal lock-on waffle grips, classic. This helps with the grip spin. These things are beat. They sat out in the sun. They're all gummy, gooey, awful. No good. Don't leave your bike out in the sun for too long. Moving over, we have the Elite clutch lever, covered in dust and grime. It's hit the ground a couple times. I would say that this is the best bang for your buck when you want to go for easy pull clutch levers. It's 7/8 because we're running the moto bars on here, which I'll get into in a second. But the Elite is pretty indestructible. It's hit the ground a few times, still haven't busted a lever, a couple marks on it, but that's how she goes. Going to the bar setup we got the Renthal twin wall bars, classic fat bar to 7/8, so 1 1/8 to 7/8 bars. They're twin wall, so they're a little extra stiff. You don't feel the flex in them when you're coming down out of wheelies, when you're pulling up on them. I just like the feel of them. For a long ride, you probably don't want these bars because they do vibrate quite a bit. You feel it in your hands. And I also have solid mounted trees, so that is going to affect the full shake of everything. Coming over to the Master, we have an Amazon knockoff CRF 250 replica front master, and they work awesome. For the $25 these are, I think that they're better than what's on Harley's stock, and this is only 25 bucks. You bust a lever, you go to your local dirt bike shop, and they're 10 bucks. So that's a huge win out here because the tariffs are nailing us, and this is just a cheap option on Amazon. Going over to our throttle tube, we got the Motion Pro Rev 3. Look at that snap. I'm running it single cable, so I deleted the dual cable because if my return cable snaps, well, pull in the clutch or don't and whiskey throttle into a car or something, but we just like to keep things risky out here. Going over to the center, we have the Archetype Flight risers. These are the 5.5 rise for the fat bars, the 1 1/8. I was running the risers 1 notch forward for a long time, and then I just put them 1 notch back to tighten up the cockpit of my motorcycle, and it made a huge difference. They feel super good. Things are a little bit tighter while I'm in my sitting position, and I think as long as you're trying to buy a riser and get the most out of it, this is the best riser you can buy that's on the market. And I'm not just saying that. They've kick-flipped down the lot a couple times on a few different bikes now, and they're still straight, so that's pretty good. Coming down to the headlight, we got the Amazon bucket, super slim, and the headlight, don't comment on the fact that it's not straight. It doesn't sit in here straight with the plug, so it's just always on an angle. It drives me crazy, but that's what we got going on for the headlight. It's super bright, and I've beat on it pretty good, and it still continues flickering down the road. Going to the fork tubes, we got gold fork tubes, Pro 1 performance. These things are awesome. I mean, you can't really say much about fork tubes other than they're not bent, they're straight, they're gold, they look good. But internally, we had the gold valve kit, and that came with springs for it. The springs are rated to my weight, so that helps with bottoming out when I come down hard out of wheelies. It's also a way stiffer ride for when I'm drifting, so you don't get that brake dive or anything like that. Just way smoother ride. I would highly suggest it, especially for the price point. It's like half to a quarter the price of a cartridge front end, but works kind of the same way. Going down to the wheel, we got the eBay Ultima wheel. This one's off of a bagger, so it's a 3.5 wide, so 3.5 inches. We machined down the hub on Jeff Opie Brett's lathe. He did an amazing job of making this thing fit to the Dyna front end. Really no complaints about the wheel. I mean, I've crashed with it and come down pretty hard out of some wheelies, and there's no flat spots and it still holds air, so that's super sweet. I guess we'll hit this crash bar here. This is an OG, original garage crash bar. Super awesome. I have bent it once, high siding super hard. Other than that, I've had no issues with it. I actually cut an inch out of this section here and re-welded it. So the crash bar is a little bit narrower, which just makes the overall feel of the bike a little bit narrower, a little bit nimbler. Feels good, looks good. My welding's not the best, but that's what a grinder's for. Coming over to the super duper uber insane custom cover. Boom, air filter, boom, the fake points cover because there's no points on the late model. Double S Concepts made this. I'm actually not sure where he lives. He's in the States. Super rad guy. He does these custom covers. You can get air cleaner covers, timing covers, derby covers, whatever you want. He'll engrave whatever design you want on it. Super big fan of that guy. He hooked it up with that. Going down to the pipe, we've got a TBR exhaust. I'd say it's on its last legs. It's held up pretty good. It's got a crazy exhaust leak, so we got some muffler glue on there, some gasket maker and JB Weld trying to hold this thing together as long as possible, and that keeps the bike running. Going to the seat and under the seat area, we got a Saddleman. Beat to shit. We did a sick burnout, and we had a sport bike tire on, and it decided to cheese grater the seat. Under the seat though, thanks to ThunderMax, the gold standard of performance, we have the sickest ECM in the game. I got this whole bike tuned by Service Hog. They do all my maintenance in Abbotsford, BC. Go talk to Brian or Kendria if you're in the area, and they will always help you out. They're super good people. But they put a base map into the bike, and with the ThunderMax, it's just always learning, always doing what it needs to do, and we're making things happen, and it sounds so sick when it's on limit, or just what da, 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 something like that. Us Canadians say it like that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, Drag Specialties shocks, baby. The cheapest of the cheap, 13.5 adjustable, and I will say, to get you by, they do pretty good, but just spend the money on some good ones. These will work super awesome. I don't mind them at all, but they're bouncy. The rebound's pretty fast on these, so if you get into a situation where you feel like you're gonna mousetrap or you're hitting the rear brake too hard, they tend to just do the thing you don't want them to do. You don't want them to do that. Then going to the back, we got another Ultima wheel. Pretty much simple as it is. 18 is what it is, and that's kind of what we're running. So overall, this bike clings and clangs and does all the things that I needed to do every single day. It starts, it runs, thanks to Brian at Service Hog. The Vanishing Ones for always supporting, putting on our stunt shows. Archetype Manufactured Goods out of Penticton, BC for making unreal risers. Oh, and foot pegs. These are the Archetype Moto pegs. They do good. These hit the ground all the time. They're still not broken. And other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot of shout outs except for the Down Under. The last, but not the least. The guy that makes the hardware. Sender Bender Hardware. We got a seat bolt on here, sent straight from Australia. My boy Nick, absolute chiller. He does awesome work. He makes super sick little machine parts. He made the seat bolt. We go down here, we got the shifter peg. This is also from Sender Bender. Super solid, nice and grippy, feels good on my toes. And the Sender Bender shift linkage that keeps things from rattling. It's super rad. Nick's super rad, super nice guy. He's been supporting our family and making all the best things happen for us. So I really appreciate that. And basically, this is what your bike is gonna look like after a year of stunting and sending it down the road. My dad always said, if you're not crashing, you're not trying, but the problem is, with Harley stunting, when you're crashing, it's expensive. So, if you're thinking about getting into Harley stunt riding, be ready to either spend some money or hope that you got some good community around you to back you up. This is the 2007 Dyna. If you like this content, you want to support the channel, make sure to go check out all of our merch. It's on our website, link below. Stay smiling. We're all about that mental health, all about motorcycles, action sports, and family. We got Lila on the gravel. She's our biggest supporter, right, Lila? Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.